Let's rock. Hello, hello, hi, and welcome. Hope you're having a good time. Let me just shuffle across slightly here. There we go. Hi, how are you all doing? Hope everyone's having a good time. Yo, what's up? I'm back, Newcomb. Hey, James. Hey, Squirrel. Thank you so much for the £2 super chat. Really appreciate that. Hey, Bread. Hey, Puke. Hey, Carnivorous Giraffe. Welcome. Nice to see you back. Hey, I hope everyone's having a good one. Yeah, so I've not been streaming for the last like 2 weeks because I was taking time off over the holidays. That's why there was no videos up over Christmas. A few days off Christmas, just because like I was taking that time off because I'm not really going to work am I on Christmas. I'm not one of those people. I'm on vodka. Yeah, no. So with this stream, I was just like, you know what? I'm not a big fan of New Year's anyway. Like, I don't really like doing big parties. I don't like, big gatherings and all that. So I thought it would be quite fun if I just came here, if I played Doom, we had a talk, we just chatted. You can talk about the New Year's if you want to. You can talk about anything you want. Just to, just offer an alternative. Because I know that for some people, New Year's is just not a good time of the year. I'm on vodka. Hello, your video on old Doom commercials is incredible. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Carnivorous. So the thing with that one is I've wanted to do a video like that for a while. I just didn't I didn't know how to do it properly. I was just trying to think of a way to do it. I think the way I did it was pretty good because it let people see the adverts and then I talked about it rather than talking over them because I think people get annoyed when I talk over stuff like that. I'm hell-bent on getting my game made this year. Excellent. With how close we are, we could go for Bevy. It's goodbye to 2025, Newcomb. Yeah, I know. Where I am from, it's already 2026. I'm talking to you from the future. In the future, by the way, make sure you have like tinfoil hats because like there's like radiation everywhere. I'm joking. The future's fine. But yeah, what I'm going to do, we're going to play some TNT. The reason I'm playing TNT, very specifically, is because I need to get some footage for a video that I'm working on, and so I need to play some TNT to get that. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna have a bit of fun with TNT for a few hours. I have fun with TNT for a few hours anyway. Damn it, I'm out of tinfoil. Hey Raz, how you doing? My taste changed. I stopped liking alcohol. To be honest, I don't drink alcohol much anymore. In my 20s, I used to go really hard on alcohol, and then it's like in my 30s, it's like whatever. Gary for banging music and divisive. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's already been New Year's here, so like the, so if you're in the US, that's still to come for you. So yeah, I'll set this up quickly and then we will get going. Yeah, I like TNT as well. Like, in fact, that's actually the video I'm working on at the minute. The video I'm working on is basically so I don't mind talking to you guys about it because like you'll see it on the channel soon anyway. I'm working on a video that's going to be basically exploring, is TNT actually that bad? Spoilers, it's really not that bad. So it's going to be one of those where like Happy New Year. Hey Bass, how you doing? System Control has such good music. It does. I'm gonna reframe this quickly. Reframe this just so that like everything's on screen. Doesn't affect my thing, but like I want you guys to be able to see the game properly. There we go. Cool. Evening. Hey Trowolf, how you doing? I really enjoyed the commercial. Yeah, no, thank you. People seem to like that one. I'm surprised because I didn't think people would actually be that interested in seeing about old Doom commercials, but I guess people really were. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So what I'm going to do here, we are going to start playing now. So this is just a casual playthrough. I'm not doing anything like otherworldly here. We're just chilling. We're vibing. I'll be talking with you all. Like we'll talk about New Year's, what you've been up to, what are your plans for the New Year's? Are you doing New Year's resolutions? Spoilers: I don't do New Year's resolutions, but you know. This New Year though is much better than last year's New Year's for me, so I'm quite happy. I'm quite content at the minute to be leaving 2025 well in the dust. I spent the last hour of 2025 watching Disney's Robin Hood. I mean, why not? I was playing City Skylines. I've been a friend's recently got me into it, so I've been sort of dipping my toes into that. But yeah, I just need to get some footage for a video. So I figured like a few hours of TNT, not going to hurt anyone on New Year's, let's be honest. Happy New Year's, God bless you. Oh, thank you, Stonehill, thank you. Oh, thank you, James, thank you for the New Year's. Oh, like I said, I know in the UK it's 2 a.m. at the minute, so we are well past New Year's at this point. But I know for the East Coast US, it's 3 hours from now, and I know that obviously Pacific Coast, it's going to be 3 hours after that. Wait, we don't need to do that, do we? 3 hours left. Yeah, no, enjoy it, savour it. You'll be surprised by the ending, let me tell you. The aliens come out of nowhere. Spoilers. They told us not to tell you about it. The alien mothership appears, and it all gets a bit weird. Holiday 2026 on my end, 10 a.m. here. The future is here. Yeah, exactly. Reinhard, we are in the future. 1 hour. I've accepted I'll never understand why people... So, do you know what I think it is? I think it's just because of the controversy that came from around it. You have a few hours left. Excellent. Have you got any plans, or are you just going to be chilling by your computer? By the way, is the music a bit too loud for you guys? If it's a bit too loud, I can drop the volume. It's controversy plus the hit scanners. Yeah, I think a lot of it's down to that controversy, because people don't talk about it in a fair way, I find. Sounds perfect for me. Excellent. Hey, Vod Crack, welcome. But yeah, like I said, I understand that like New Year's for some people is just not nice. And when I used to stream out on Twitch, I used to do New Year's Eve streams. I was debating whether to do one this year, and I was like, you know what, why not? Like, we can all sit here together and enjoy the entrance into the new year. My plan for 2026 is that I play Hogan's Alley on NES. I'm sitting on my ass, I'm not doing anything, I just want to spend my New Year's overhyped holiday. Oh yeah, I agree. Especially with the people who pay to go to like the parties and such. Like I think it was like 100 quid to go and stand by the Thames and welcome in the new year. And it's like everyone looked absolutely bored as shit on the TV. Like they literally looked like they were bored just like standing there. And I was like, you've all paid to be there. Like, oh, I might die here. Unless I can find a way out, and I did. Excellent. I always struggle on this level. I'm not sure why. TNT Mach 1 is a strong starter. It is indeed. I've actually written, and I don't know if I haven't put it up yet. I do have a video talking about the opening level to TNT. Let's get rid of these lost souls. These lost souls are very annoying. Cool. we got rid of him. That's the main thing. 100 pound to be there. London was quite a rip-off. I always remember this map, but for TNT is one of the better ones. It's just a little odd, like that monster closet size huge. It only puts a few monsters in it. I get that. I get that. The normies will tell us we're weird for obsessing on video games, but then go and stand down. They're arbitrary. Yeah, I don't get the whole thing about like going out to like stand in the street for several hours while a fireworks display goes off. Because I'll tell you, when midnight hits here, I literally had to go and stand outside my front door, and I got a free fireworks show because everyone else was paying for them. That's one thing I love about the UK, because everyone like has access to fireworks. Like I don't ever have to buy them. I just go and stand in my garden on like bonfire night, and like the fireworks are set off for me. Yes, this is Final Doom. This is TNT Evilution. This is one half of the Final Doom duo. I prefer TNT, honestly, over Plutonia. I know, sacrilege, I know. But can you run Doom in Doom? I mean, you can do if you really want to. Don't know why you'd want to, though. Not the most optimal playing experience. Definitely not an experience that you would, you know. See, this puzzle's pretty fun, but it's also a bit annoying. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Ah, that was it. That was it. And I missed it. So we want the super shotgun because we can get that early here. I don't think it's sacrilege. I finished Evilution, not Plutonia. Yeah, I just like TNT. I just like the vibes of TNT. Oh, balcony flexing flexing. I never hated TNT. Yo, dog, I heard you like Doom, so put Doom in your Doom. I wonder what would happen if someone managed to run Doom without sprites music. I assume just the engine, nothing else. Probably just the void, because you wouldn't have any assets, would you? You probably just get that like infinite void. Let's take out the Hell Knights here. And now for the most random Bonnie boy you'll ever see. They couldn't have it, it's just 9. I think TNT is better than Hell on Earth. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with you there, Bri. I think the thing for me is that Doom 2 is good, but it's inconsistent. It's very inconsistent. And I think that TNT, you know, even if its heights don't match TNT, I think that it's definitely a more consistent experience. Never going to be accessed. It is interesting how some games get in state so time. Doom 64 really got elevated. Yeah, so can I tell you something, Trial? Like, I remember talking to Doom fans back in like the late 2000s, and they were like, Doom 64 is rubbish. Doom 64 is awful. Like, you know, and it's like, thank God, you know, it's like, and I'm like, I really enjoyed Doom 64. Did I like miss out on something? And then like it got its remaster, well, and suddenly people were like, "Oh, it's a very underrated gem," and I was like, "Well, it's nice to know, you know, that I people have come on side finally." Because I love Doom 64. For me, Doom 64 is basically what Doom 3 would have been had they carried on developing this sort of experience. We be streaming non-FPS. Yes, so on the other channel, Squirrel, the plan is to do non-FPS games, so like that. And the thing is, it's going to be quite open in what it will end up being. So, it's just because I don't really want to be penned in on that channel with what I can do. So, because the problem with this channel is people expect me to do Doom or Duke Nukem, for example. Music Store has always been great, but yeah, it took a couple of decades. Plus, it being canon now as well. I was just talking to my friend about liking Majora's Mask used to be like you shouted fire into a crowded theatre. Oh, Majora's Mask is my favourite Zelda game. And the number of people over the years who've told me Ocarina of Time is better, Twilight Princess is better, and I'm like, they're good, but they're not as good as Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask hits a sweet spot that no other Zelda game even touches. It's why I was a bit annoyed at the Tears of the Kingdom, because I genuinely hoped that was going to be like closer to Majora's Mask, sort of, in terms of like styling and theming, and it wasn't really. It wasn't. I wish I could say it was going to, but it was not. Oi. I enjoy playing Doom 612. Ocarina of Time's fine, good even. Majora's Mask does more things. Well, no, so Majora's Mask is deeper. I think that's what I prefer. Like, the characters in Majora's Mask feel like they're actual characters, like they're living their lives and such. In Ocarina of Time, everyone kind of feels like they're statically stood around, and it's one of those things where, like, you know, once you're real... What is going on? Okay, I thought there was like a spectre that I couldn't see behind me there. But yeah, for me, Majora's Mask it's just deeper, and I appreciate the depth that it brings to the table. It's not like a super deep game, but like it just makes the world feel richer. It feels like you're actually exploring like a real world. Oh, by the way, I've just realized something, so give me a second. Give me a second. I'm just gonna get rid of that. There we go. It says we're playing Duke Nukem, and like I completely skipped right over there. You can follow people through an entire 3-day cycle. That's the thing I love. It's just the world feels deeper and more live. It actually feels like you're in a world that's changing and reacting to what's going on. Because the thing with Ocarina of Time is that like everyone just kind of feels the same. Like, you know, there's a 7-year time jump, and everyone just kind of feels the same at the end of the jump. It's like, oh, okay. You know. It's like Ganon's apparently destroying the world, but you know, you don't get really all you see is a few ruined buildings, so you know. Can't be that bad. TNT map for your central area is a highlight element. The side areas are okay. Did not mean to get knocked down there. That was not part of the plan. Doesn't matter. It survived. You learn about the people in the world. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it just feels like the thing in Ocarina of Time is like people move around, but they don't move around that much. It's you know, it just feels like a more rich world to explore, and I think I appreciate that more. And don't get me wrong, I like Ocarina of Time, but like what I'm saying is Majora's Mask builds on top of what Ocarina of Time does, and does it in a really, really fun way. %2 health hype. Let's go. Let's go. Aha, 2% health hype. There we go. So now I'm going to do a quick dance to see if I can find some health. I don't think I'm going to find any, but, you know, it's worth just having a quick peek around. They got a little bit of health there, a little bit of health. What is the difference between Doom Guy from Classic Doom and the Marine from Free Doom? I think it's just because Free Doom is its own thing. I think that's the difference. Because Free Doom is technically not a official product, is it? Pick up some goodies. Huh. I've already been in there. I played TNT with Doom 64mm and some of these levels turn into absolute horror shows. I should try that, actually. That's a good idea. I should try that sometime. What would be New Year's without a quick dance to regain some health? Exactly, you know? Start 2026 as we ended 2025. Desperately clinging on for health. Any plans to cover any of the other Blake Stones? Blake Stone's the Wolfenstein one, isn't it? I've got that on my list of ones I want to play. Because as far as I'm aware, like, Free Doom isn't an official product, is it? It's a fan product. So I assume that, like, that's the difference. Oh, there's a secret wall right next to all those warps. Yes, I jumped inside it earlier. I think it's this one. Because I think this one, if you turn around here, yeah, there's a secret here. Yes, I saw the commercial for 3D Doom. It was showing PC version of Doom, and the HUD is different. Yeah, so that's because that was sent to retail stores, James. It was the idea behind that was that they were trying to basically convince everyone, look at what this is going to be. Ow. You know, no. Go away, you. Any mention 3D Doom, I must pay tribute. RIP. Yeah. To be fair, when she got the oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was kind of fucking myself there. That's fine. Give me a second. So this is Wormhole. So a lot of people love this level, but my problem is that because of the way that they've structured the exits in it, you end up kind of not wanting to play most of this level. Because this level's a bit of a, it's a bit of a slog if you're, because there are parts of this level that are really good. The Fallout Doom mod looks sick. I'm looking at that, to be honest, because I am looking at maybe covering some Fallout on the channel at some point. Fallout's one of those games that I have an admiration for, but I haven't played like recent games. Had to do that to save myself from the pain that was going to be death. I feel like this level didn't use the wormhole gimmick well. You can pretty much ignore most of it. So that's my problem with this level. Like, in concept, this is a great level, but unfortunately, its execution, you can basically skip like 90% of I think the Bony Boy's gone down here. Let's have a look. Yes, he has. Yeah, so what has everyone been playing over the holiday period? Did you get any good games? Or did you just sit around playing games? Because I know people who did that as well. There's also Total Chaos Doom. Wish they did better. Yeah, like, I like... There's a lot of things I like about TNT. There's some levels I don't like, and I'll be honest about that. Wait. Oh, right, okay, because we've just opened the exits up, haven't we? So yeah, you can see here, the exit's here. We don't even need to interact with, like, the gimmick of the level, because the exit's right here. Like, the level wants us to go down here, into this door. And the idea is we're supposed to go into, like, a wormhole that's down here. Problem with that is that, you know, we don't need to do any of it. And it is kind of a bit, you know, it's not the best level, in my opinion. I know that's kind of sacrilegious to say because people love this level, but I don't think this is a great level. I think, like, the execution's a bit boring. I'm playing Duck Hunt on the original hardware. Oh, excellent! I'll tell you what you should do, James. You should definitely look into getting an EverDrive or something similar for your gaming needs, because it'll save you a ton of money buying, like, old games, because old game prices are ridiculous. I've been enjoying the deals you can get around Christmas. I bought tons of batteries because Sainsbury's were doing 12 Duracells for £8. For me, every map after map 20 is straight dog shit. That's my main gripe with TNT. I don't think every map is. I think the majority... I know what you're saying, because map 21 is it administration center? I think that's my worst level in TNT. Everyone goes on about habitat, but the thing with habitat, you can be done with it in about 30 seconds. Whereas with, like, some of the levels, they just go on and on and on and on and on. And that's I think that's my problem with TNT. Some of its levels don't know when to take natural breaks. Just give me a second, I am replying to someone. Outer Worlds 2 has been my jam for talking about Fallout. Obsidian made New Vegas, and then the team has a certain vibe. Yeah, and do you know what's interesting? If I do Fallout, I want to do the Outer Worlds, because I've not actually played either of them. But I've heard from people that you can just play number 2 and not bother with number 1, so I'll have a look into that. Ooh, just a second. True, administration center Mount Payne are the worst. I actually don't mind Mount Payne that much. And maybe it's just because of Stockholm syndrome. Maybe it's because I've been bitten by it so many times that I'm kind of just over it. It's weird. It's all weird. I replayed Doom 2 this holiday. Doom 2 is fun. I'm very disappointed Outer Worlds had no third person. Basically exclusively 3D Fallout in third person, only switching to first person. I would agree with that sentiment. Outer Worlds 2 makes one kind of hell obsolete. They finally added first person lol. Yeah, so that's a lot of the reviews and people who've spoken about Outer Worlds 2, they've all basically said the same thing, that, like, it kind of makes number 1 a bit kind of obsolete unless you're, like, really, really into the story. So I don't know, like, I haven't played it, so I'll maybe kind of... I'll explore that a bit more. You mean EverDrive? Yes, so... Because you can get an EverDrive for the NES, I think. And I think as well, there's also some cheaper ones. Like, I'm not saying you have to get an EverDrive. I'm saying an EverDrive-like device will save you a lot of money, I think. Because it means you'll be able to just get the games you want, and then you don't have to pay, like, whatever, you know, astronomical fee someone wants for, you know, the game you want to experience. Because in my opinion, older games like that, unless you're a collector, there's no real reason to kind of pay like 200 quid for a game. Why would I spend all that effort to make my character then never be able to see them? I do not buy knockoff EverDrives. They aren't compliant with voltage in your consoles and cause excess wear. Is that with all of them? I don't know, because I mix it up. I have EverDrives on some consoles, but I don't have EverDrives on all the consoles because they haven't got round to to making them for all the consoles just yet. I'm still 2025, but happy 2026. Oh, thank you, Yuki. How you doing? Oh, you go away. Oh my God, go away. 1% hype. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. That chain gun, I actually saw him walk into the room. Cool. Well, I usually buy the EverDrives off the EverDrive website. The N64 one I got, I definitely bought that off the official EverDrive website because it was the only place it was in stock. So half the joy of EverDrives is making your own with your own game collection. Pretty much, yeah. Like it's mostly just because I don't think it's fair to ask people to pay 200 quid a game or $200 a game when it was never priced at that in the first place. Happy New Year. Hey, Sashman. I typically get my EverDrives through Stoner Edge Gamer. Excellent. I recently acquired a Mega Drive, so I need to look into getting one sorted for that. Because when I went back home to my hometown, there was like a vintage game shop, and the guy who runs it, he was selling this. He was selling like a Genesis, well, a Mega Drive in the UK, but in the US you call it a Genesis. He was selling it for like 20 quid, and I was like, well, what's wrong with it? Oh, I haven't got the video cables for it. And I was like, perfect. I actually have some of those at home. I literally have like the cables for it, so I was like, I'll take that off your hands for 20 quid. Thank you. Is it an NTS? It is actually an NTSC one. Because the games he gave me were the US versions. I'm going through the whole Doom 1 plus Doom 2 bundle of Steam. Just beat TNT for the first time, 6 out of 10. Hey, Mr. Heavy. I used a walkthrough. This room was annoying. Yeah, so the thing with this room is you don't really need to engage with most of it, but you kind of want to. There's also a secret here that basically makes the room like 10 times harder. As you can see, it opens up a bunch of pointless monster closets. I think that's one of TNT's like big sins, having monster closets that don't really do anything. I can hear a bunch of enemies teleporting somewhere in the distance, and I'm like, you know what? You guys just do you. I'm busy over here. Come back later. Hello. So this room's very odd because you can just do this and then literally just run out before the Pony Boys all sort of charge in here. And the thing is, they'll never be able to chase me through the level because they get stuck at these stairs. So we're going to leave you guys behind. You also, congrats on the acquisition. Oh, thank you, Sash. You're also streaming on YouTube. Yes, I stream on YouTube mainly now. I do still stream over to Twitch because that's obviously how you're talking to me. But my focus is on YouTube these days. I've all listed Mega Drives must play. Rocket Knight Adventures, Tiny Toon Adventures, Hidden Treasure. Yeah. Going Down did this gimmick a lot better. It did, although to be fair, I will say, remember Going Down, like, it came out a lot later. Because Going Down's quite modern, if I remember. Oh my god, really? Shut that. We're nosing around these areas. So I don't like this area. I think this area here is a bit weak. For a blue key area, this area really doesn't do much for me. It just feels a bit like, it's here. Go away. I'll send you a list on Discord. Excellent. The teletext design spot on just feels just right. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, look, like I'm a big fan of the teletext aesthetic. So, you know, when I was kind of thinking about how I could, you know, make the stream look a bit unique. That was kind of the thing I wanted to go for. Hello. There we go. Shot in the face. The face. So I've never understood why this outdoor area is like dark like this. And also number two, that is hideous. I don't understand. What I don't get about this is like, if you wanted people to see there's a yellow door here, why not just light this area up with lights? Like, did you really have to do that? That is yeah. I should make you a proper pixel art version of your avatar for the teletext. You can do if you want. Like I said, I when I was doing that, I was using a converter that makes like the images into teletext images. Because the thing with teletext is it used pixel art, but it can only use pixel art to a certain sort of detail. There you go. That was nice. Grab that. We're just gonna leave we're leaving Hanger with an E, not an A. In Doom 1, it's with an A. Hanger in Doom 1 is with an A. Yeah, like I said, I don't understand why that yellow door is like that. It just really stands out because the rest of the level's pretty well designed. And then you see that and you're like, oh, okay, that's a bit random. So this level, I always remember this level, both for good and bad reasons. This level's great if you know where you're going, but if you do not know where you're going, it turns into a bit of a slog fest. Because it does kind of put things in really weird places. A hanger is with suspending clothes in a wardrobe. Yeah, so I don't know why they chose to name a level in TNT Hanger with an E and not Hanger with an A. It just seems weird to me. Because inevitably, it's all... I don't know why they did it, because ultimately it's going to always draw comparisons with the first Doom level that everyone loves. Thank you. Go away. Go away. Please go away. Thank you. You took my message. I can't accept money, but you can play my game on stream in return. Is YouTube deleting my messages again? So the last messages that I saw for you, Squirrel, is YouTube deleting my messages again. I can't accept money, but you can play my game and stream return. I'm down for that. Like, I don't mind. The thing is, I'm more than happy to play people's WODs and such on stream if they really want me to. Because I am not above like having a good time playing someone's creation. But I do say that if I do that and I get frustrated with your thing, please don't take that like as like a sign I don't I don't appreciate it. It's just sometimes when you're playing Doom WODs in particular, it can get very frustrating. Sometimes the Doom mods are not the easiest to navigate. Oh, thank you, Joe. Jop, how you doing? How you doing? And hey, Eric Hawk. Clearly, they want you to fold and pull your clothes. Yeah. So unfortunately, if YouTube's being glitchy, there's nothing I can do about that. But I will read you anyway. I do read all the messages. It's just obviously sometimes if the action picks up, like, okay, I don't like this either. The blue key is kind of hidden behind a box of rockets here, but then the red switch is right here, and it's like, okay, we'll come back here later, I guess. It's like YouTube shadow deletes messages. I don't know why it does that. The only words I have banned on this channel are like the obvious naughty words that you should never really say on YouTube, because YouTube will suspend your account. Yeah, no, I've only ever had to ban like a handful of people for comments on my channel. Usually even negative comments I'll leave because it's like, you know, well, that's your opinion, isn't it? Oh, doesn't matter. It's 2026 in a few hours and Lost Souls are still annoying. The backtracking. Well, it's actually 2026 here where I am, John Lewis Brooks. How you doing? How you doing? I'm happy to have as much criticism as you can give. Yeah, no, that's fine. The thing for me is I'm all about fair critique. So, like, obviously, if you know, if the game you make is like it has issues, and I go, well, I don't like this. That's not me saying it's terrible. It's saying I don't like it. Because I've had it in the past where someone said, hey, and some people will email me, because I have an email address attached to this channel. They'll email me the levels and be like, can you play it? And I did that once for someone. I actually played through the Doom level, and I gave them feedback on it, and they just went thanks in the reply. And the thing is, I spent like 2-3 hours like going through it, you know, playing through it a few times, like, and I was like, oh, okay, thanks. You know, didn't expect anything. I was just like, it would have been nice if it was ever got more than just like thanks. But yeah, I don't mind playing people's creations, especially if the people who I recognize in the chat. Like, I don't, because I feel like if you've been sitting in my streams for like the last year, you know, you should be. I should be flexible to playing people's stuff on stream, because that's pretty fun. Maybe they're also British. What was your game about, Cadis? Maybe they were nervous to say more. Well, the thing is, I wasn't even harsh, because I said it was good. A lot of the level was good. It was like a hell like base. It was pretty interesting, but I think that like they were expecting me to go, it's the best level ever. When I didn't, they kind of went a bit, oh, thank you. So I was a bit like, okay. Trust me, I put up my first level on that YouTube video. That level is well, I can't say exactly what I was going to say there. It is not as good as like a lot of people's first levels. So I'm not in a position to say, oh, my level's amazing, because it was not. It was not. I'll need HD version. I'll also need a HD version of your avatar. That's fair. I'll have a look around. Well, that's the thing, Purple Passage. Like I never, when I give critique, I never do it with malice. I'm always like, okay, how can any critique I give has to be like, how can this make it better? So, and the thing is, when I do my in retrospect or whenever I do reviews, that's the viewpoint I'm coming from. How can this be better? But unfortunately, some people don't want that. Some people just want you to sort of say, well, my thing's amazing, and it's like, oh, okay, I can do that. Well, it's like, so do you know a good example? And I'll tell you this openly. I spoke about this in the Blood streams. Night Dive sent me that review key for the new Blood game, and I remember playing it for like an hour, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, this doesn't feel any different from the last one. Like, I know they've got a new engine and all that, like, and that's like a big selling point, but honestly, honest to God, I swear to God, in that first hour, other than like a few projectiles like behaving differently, everything just felt the same. And I was like, I can't really do a video about this because it's like, what am I going to say? Like, oh, it's slightly better. $30, please. I was like, God, I played Vector Man the other day. The screen's so small. I struggle to get criticism out of you. It's really annoying because so many people give the over the play criticism of this is bad, this is good, this just sucks, that's great. It's 2D platformer, nice. I think it's because people don't want to be rude, but at the same time, if you openly invite critique on your work, like, you know, people will give it to you. All you have to do is look through my YouTube comments and people will gladly try to tell you where I go wrong on my videos. It's quite magical. Like, my comment sections are magical places. And I'm not saying that like in a sarcastic way, I'm saying that in a, like, it's funny to me because like if I ever felt like I was really, really good at video editing, people are there to remind me, no, you're not. Ah, did not see the imp there. Did not expect the imp to be there. You posted the trailer for my game a few months ago in Steam chat. I struggled. I did. Probably. I did. I think I did. Yeah, because I think I remember we had that chat, didn't we? While I was streaming. Ooh. But like I said, I don't mind people asking me to play the stuff. Like if people say like, oh, I've got this level or that I'm making this WOD, you want to play it on stream? I'll be like, sure. Why not? Let's have fun with it. Best viewers on Streamboo. No, Streamboo is not the best place to get viewers. The best place to get viewers is on YouTube. I do love Twitch's bots. They are fun. Like being... Save here because I feel like this is all going to go south. Let me just read the thing. I think TNT map 7 is fairly different from an iWOD map 7. Not just... Yeah, and the thing is, it doesn't make use of the Mancubus Arachnotron mechanics, which is interesting. Because you would have thought they would have done that at this point still. They don't. I was a bit coy to just ask if you would play my game. Oh no, it's fine, Squirrel. No, Squirrel. Like honestly, like I appreciate you kind of just asking because I'll say one thing. I value people who just say what they want. Like I don't like people who are like, oh, you know, I need to give you like 10 layers of conversation before we get to the thing I want to talk about. I'm one of these people, and people who know me in real life will tell you, I just prefer people to just get to the point because then like. Because then we can talk about the actual thing you want to talk about. And unfortunately, like, especially as the channel's grown, it's harder and harder to get people to do that because they're like, oh, you know, I don't want to just ask for something. It's like, feel free. Oh no, Squirrel, it's not a dick move at all. Like, because, like I said, if I thought it was a dick move, I would have just said we'll talk about it off stream. But like. You are absolutely welcome to talk about what you want, like in your game and such. Because I love seeing people be passionate about their projects. So no issues at all. Like if you want to post a link to the trailer so people can have a look at it, feel free. Because it's on YouTube. It's not like your YouTube loves that because like you're keeping people on platform. That's all YouTube gives two hoots about. I got the tism. You're getting nothing but blunt answers from me. But yeah, no, like I said, if you want to post it, feel free. Because like, It's like I said, it's not like you're sending people to a dodgy website, you know, that's hosted in Russia. Well, when the demo is done, I'll send it to you. If you send Sega Central YouTube's that's play, so it's no big deal. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If I was to cover it fully, I'd probably do it on the other channel though, because obviously FPS probably isn't the audience you're probably shooting for. But I might play it on stream here, because like I don't know if I'm going to stream initially on the new channel, just because YouTube's got this new weird thing. I don't know if people are aware of it. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they actually cap how many audience members you can have on, I think it's mobile. I think they actually cap it to like a specific amount. So I don't know if I want to stream over there until I get past the 1,000 subscriber mark, just so I don't have to deal with that. No, honestly, fine. It's fine, Squirrel. Like, honestly, you've been a lovely member of my chat for like so long now. It's like, you know, you should never fear asking stuff like that. Now, if you want me to like, if you want me to like pimp like yachts or something, you know, you can provide a free yacht for me. Like, I'm happy to do that, but I don't know how to drive a yacht or Ferrari or anything that you'd actually want, like a nice vehicle. I can't drive, so Happy New Year. Happy New Year, the captain. Every time I just started playing TNT for the first time recently. Excellent. How are you finding it? Happy New Year. Renew myself to you. Oh, thank you, Oblivion. Thank you. That's really lovely. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I need to decide what I'm doing with the members things, because I want to make like a video, at least one video a month, but I keep sort of losing interest in the projects I'm doing with that. So we'll see what that we'll see if I can work something out on that. I can offer you half and eat a pack of Highball and Diet Coke. Happy New Poo. Happy New Poo. Oh, John. Oh, John. You're killing me, man. Give me a second. Are you going to keep going? You're going to keep going. You are. You're going to keep going. Fair enough. Right, give me a second. Yeah, unfortunately, we get people like this. Just give me a second. Do that so I don't lose my progress. Unfortunately, like you do get people like this who. Hey, almost Happy New Year. Just a second. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to. I will put the I'll put the chat filter on again, just to kind of avoid that kind of thing. Because unfortunately, people do not behave sometimes. Right. So let me go into the settings. Chat. Give me a second. Literally shitting all over the carpet. Literally, you're telling me. Bring the hammer down. Yeah, exactly. Bring the hammer down. Right. Hide user from this channel. There we go. There we go. Gone. Cool. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so like I said a few weeks ago, I've been pretty lucky in the sense that I haven't had that many spammers on YouTube. Like, I've been very blessed in that regard. Even back when trolling was respected, it was never. I don't even understand like what people get out of it, but you know, whatever. It's like it's just weird. So we need to raise that bridge up. So I think we have to come in here. I think there's a switch up here that I missed. It's been a while since I played this. Good trolling is an art. Man, that Doom Quest video was awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, George. I'm glad. People said they liked it, so I'm really happy about that. So what I want to do here, I want to see if I can get this exploit working. There we go. If you are really careful, you can actually come up here and grab the invulnerability without sort of needing to do anything. It's actually really useful for this area. Just get rid of these, and then I'll look at the chat again. That Baron of Hell? It is. Cool. I'll read the chat now. Lately, I've been getting view botted on my channel. I can tell because all the views don't reflect on my stream tally. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, the Twitch doesn't really do a good job of protecting viewers from that, and YouTube's not much better, unfortunately. It is one of those things, unfortunately. What videos have you planned for next year? So, as we're kind of moving into the new year, my plan is to just kind of keep things casual. I am planning to do more in retrospects. The reason I stopped doing them is because I got a bit burned out on them because I did so many so quickly. I love doing them, but they take so much time up research-wise, and I was kind of like, you know what, I'm going to give myself a bit of a break, and then we'll come back and do like a season 2 of it. I personally like the prison area. There's time pressure elements that thin out the monsters. But yeah, in terms of the new year, I just plan to sort of keep going the way things have been going. I do want to do a Quake video. Like, that's like near the top of my priority list. So I'm hoping to do like a video talking about Quake, maybe Quake 64 as like a starting point. There we go, but I loved Duke Nukem Forever. That's fine, Carl. I mean, to be fair, Carly, Duke Nukem Forever is not as bad as most people make out. It's flawed. It's heavily flawed, but there are good things in there. So, you know, it's not... Again, I think Duke Nukem Forever is one of those games, a bit like TNT here, that its reputation is kind of more defined by its legacy and how it came to be, rather than like what the final product is. Because there are bits of Duke Nukem Forever that are really good, and you know, the DLC, probably the best bit of the entire game, probably was going to be the original ending to the game. So, you know. Duke Nukem Forever is definitely not the worst game I've ever played. It's not even in the like top 10 of worst games. The Virgin Duke Nukem. Oh, there we go again. Oh. It's the same spammer. I'm pretty sure it's the same spammer. That's the funny thing. It's fine. Like if it happens again, I'll just turn on the filter and make it so they have to be subscribed for 10 minutes. Because then they will get bored because then they have to wait 10 minutes to get the joke in. I hate spammer so much. Yeah, it will probably come back. I like that you called it an it. I appreciate that. Cross the weird bridge here. I was excited for a repo and then thought I found a fellow gamer girl. I was actually like, oh, that's nice. We don't normally get gamer girls in the chat. So just so everyone knows, I'm gay. So like, you know, so it doesn't bother me at all. Like, but we don't normally get gamer girls in here. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Ah, yes, metal. Metal is a level. Metal is a level that I do not love. Me and Metal, we don't get along. We are not compatible soulmates. Yeah, no shit. I mean, technically, I'm pansexual. Like, you know, but I say gay because like it's easier for people to understand what that is. Damn, this game is cool. Just a second. I'm gonna wait. Hey, Hindu. I'm gonna wait. Give me a moment. Best not to react. Don't give them the satisfaction. Just let him mod. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. Like I said, I just find it interesting. Yeah. So I'm. Like I said, it's. I'm also queer. Excellent. Yeah. Like I said, I don't make a big deal of it, but yes, I do have a fiance and all that. So it's not. So my sort of thing, I do keep it to myself. Right. Since we're talking about it, yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Right. So what I'm going to do, if you give me a second, I am going to very quickly. But we'll set it to 5 minutes, and if I have to bump it up even more, then unfortunately, if you are not subscribed to the channel, you won't be able to talk now unless you've been subscribed for 5 minutes. Not by choice. I don't really like doing that, but you know. That's now open to everyone. Wasn't that an ad that said if you don't play Junior 3D, like you mean? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like I don't think Junior Forever is that bad, to be honest. I think like it gets a bit overhated just because I think obviously people wanted it to be a different kind of game, and I think that what they did when they Frankensteined it together, obviously that was not good. Oh, thank you, Carnivorous Giraffe, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Oh no, you didn't. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really, really cool. Nobody ever mentions how fucking awesome the guns in. So can I just say, like the gunplay in Duke Nukem Forever is without question its best aspect. Like the way that the guns sound, the way that they sort of are, that they feel really heavy and they're very weighty. Like the sound design on some of those weapons is just next level. Oh, metal, everyone's favourite. Oh yes. Hey Articus, how you doing? Hi. Slow mode also helps a bit, even if it's less fun for chat. Well no, so I've not turned on slow mode. What I've done, I've turned on you have to be subscribed for 5 minutes. So what that means is if someone wants to spam, they have to subscribe, sit around for 5 minutes and wait, and it gets boring for them. I don't like doing it because I know there are people who like watching the streams who aren't subscribed, and you know, it's one of those things where it's like it just makes it just takes the fun out of it for some people. But it is what it is. Yeah, I think my problem with Metal is that it's just not a fun level. Metal's just a big, silly level. I prefer Metal to Baron's Den and Habitat. So Baron's Den is kind of a mess as well. How's everyone's 2026? I'm trying to drink enough water to avoid hangover right now. That one part of the casino where it's a big room with pigs pointing. Like I said, there were good moments tucked away in Duke Nukem Forever, and I feel like if Randy had kept control on like his feature creep, I think there was a great game somewhere in there. We just never got to see it. Oh, sorry, not Randy. What's his name? What's his name? The guy who used to be in charge of 3D Realms. He has it begins with B. His name. Such a weird way to spend New Year's Day, sitting in stream spamming someone. I mean, no, it's not really if you think about it, because for a lot of people, New Year's Day is just another day. It's just where the shops aren't open usually. You spelled the name of the Grease Lord. I mean, to be fair, like... I'm so happy Boozy's out going out of style. So hard anybody. I'll be back real quick. No worries, James. No worries. I mean, I'm planning to stream for a few hours anyway, so don't rush back. I'll give you busy. But yeah, Happy New Year's in one time zone, because we just passed over a... We just passed over the barrier for that. So by my count, it's 2 hours until West Coast time. I'm not much of a drinker. 86% Gen Z don't drink alcohol. I mean, it's expensive to go out and drink now. When I was at university in like 2008, like it was dirt cheap to go out. Like you could go out drinking, you could get like 2 shots for £1. You could get like Red Bull and vodka, like triple Red Bull vodka for £3. It was like you know when I was a student, that was like the life, and you can't really do that now because it's just you can't. It's expensive. Hello. Goodbye. Who's shooting fireballs at me? It's you, isn't it? It's you. Definitely a good thing I don't do. Yeah, bars are so expensive now, especially with tasting beer. These days, it's just expensive. Like, it's a completely different culture to when I was like a student, like I said, and it's not really me being like old man shout at cloud. It's like that's one of the reasons I don't really go out clubbing anymore, because it's like, you know, it's just expensive. Okay, we're going to sneak back up here, right? Because I've not got much health here, and that's a problem. Oh. What we're going to do, we're going to wait here. We're going to let the enemies come to the door here. Drinks a house party where it's at, if anything. I've only smoked and drank alcohol a few times. Yeah, I get that, I get that. My body rejects smoking. It just does not like it. That's fair. I mean, I don't smoke, so you know, my mum smokes a lot though, so I've grown up around smoking, but I've never done it myself. So, what is peer pressure? It didn't affect me. So the way I'm tackling this room is that there's a chain gunner up there that I need to get rid of. Once I get rid of the chain gunner, there we go. So I have to ask the question, what was the point of this room? This room just feels a bit anticlimactic. I think that's the phrase that we're going to go with. I've only smoked tobacco. I tried a bit of weed. Oh no, so I've done weed before. That's so that when I say smoke, I mean like I don't smoke cigarettes. That's the one for me. Yes, I can see him. Subscribes only 2 weeks, do it. Yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to increase that because it looks like our friend is not taking the hint. So unfortunately I'm gonna set it for I can set it in years. No, I'm not gonna set it to years. I'm gonna set it to that. And I'm not gonna announce what it is. There you go. So yeah, this room is just so anticlimactic. Like, it just doesn't. I don't really like this room because it doesn't feel like anything's really like happening in here. We can see Nuke and Mev on top. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay, so it's 20 minutes. We'll try 20 minutes, and then if that kind of keeps happening, then I'm going to set it to 20 years. I won't do that. I might do that. That'd be funny. Can you imagine if I set it to 20 years? Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe you'd smoke weed. I'm literally shaking and crying right now. Really? Rahul Gupta has just subscribed to the channel. Let's see if Rahul does anything stupid in 20 minutes. Well, if you just set it to 20 years and how meaningful. I know, but can you imagine if I did? Like, like Ashen's probably. Ashen's probably could, actually. Ashen's has been around that long. Although to be fair, like, YouTube is 20 years old, so you'd have to have a channel that was pretty new. You'd have to have a channel that was pretty much here at the start if you wanted to take advantage of that. I was gonna say, like, we will see in like 20 minutes if that new subscriber turns out to be See, I just kind of hate the fact that you kind of have to mash these buttons and hope that you find what you're looking for. Used to watch Ashes as a teenager. Yes, you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I used to love Ashens. I think I just kind of outgrew what Ashens does. Like, as a British YouTuber, like, Ashens is like one of the god tier ones, because obviously one of the originals, but I do agree with you. I feel like his shtick got a bit stale, and he's not the only one who sort of suffers from that. Quite a lot of the earlier YouTubers, they really struggled to sort of stay relevant. I think 1 hour subscribed will be necessary. Well, we'll see anyway, because, like, normally it's not a problem, it's just... There we go. Ah, lovely. This is going to open up behind me. See, this just feels so pointless to me, all this. It's like... We're just kind of meandering back and forth here, aren't we? Let's be honest. And there's like 3 enemies here. It's like, it's not even a good use of space, let's be honest. I think Ashton's YouTube outputs has been pretty flat in recent years. His streams are good though, if you like weird, obscure, retro stuff. Doesn't he show like cartoons on his streams and all that now? Because I think I've caught a few of them. I think I've seen a few of them, like... Because he shows like, because sometimes he does like live things on his sofa, but then other times he does like showcases for like old cartoons and such, and it's like, okay. Even the videos he made when I was a fan, I just can't stand them. He's painfully unfunny. I have a few people I watch, and barely any of them I watched as a teenager. I mean, that's fair enough. Like, look, I'm sure there are plenty of people, by the way, that was not worth a Switch. Happy New Year. Hey, Vortex, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good one. John Lineman always does good content. Nice, I'll have to check that out. Unfortunately, though, like, obviously, because the thing is, like, great example of a channel that struggled to sort of reinvent itself. Does anyone remember Classic Game Room from back in the day? It used to review, like, all kinds of random retro games. He does a series on Digital Foundry called DF Retro. Yes, I'm a big fan of DF Retro. In fact, I'll tell you straight up, do you remember the DF Retro episode they did on all the Doom console ports? That's one of the reasons why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because I was like, wow, that's really cool. I want to kind of talk about the console versions of Doom. Digital Foundry is cool. DF Retro is the best part. It is, and now they're independent, so they can do whatever they want, which is great. I kind of get the feeling that they were... Remember Stella the Viral Dog? Oh god, yeah, I remember Mark. The thing with, like, Classic Game Room, like, it got so big and so weirdly bloated, and yet at the same time, you always felt like the content wasn't... Because you go back and look at, like, the videos from, like, their peak time. The videos are, like, 4 minutes long, and I'm like... Were they really that short? They couldn't have been that short back in the day. Stop Skeletons from Fighting is really good. They are really good, yeah. Really, really good channel. CG Rundra at all. Yeah, I remember when that shut down. People were upset when that got shuttered. Because the guy who used to run it, he was like, "I'm gonna go and do my own thing." Wasn't there like some beef? Wasn't there like some beef backstage or something about that? Because he wanted to be able to promote his new channel, and Mark was like, "You can't do that." I remember there being like a controversy around that. Stop Skeletons for Fighting. Yeah, Stop Skeletons for Fighting is really good. I've seen some of the videos like on 3D GBA games, and I'm like, yeah, I wish I could do a video about that kind of thing, because I find that kind of thing really fascinating, like 3D games on GBA. But obviously, because they've done it, I don't want to kind of double dip. I kind of have a policy on that. Like, if a big YouTuber's already like done an in-depth topic, I have to find a different angle to go at it from. I can't just copy and paste them. Because I would love to do a video on like FPSs on the GBA, because like there's so many of them that are like so crazy. I was just playing this level a week ago. Nice. Excuse me. We are making our way up the stairs. I am not here to be your friend. I'm here to kill you all. Please step out of the way. Oh yeah, GBA FPS is a cool, weird game. Maybe you should do a video on obscure bugs and glitches. Possibly, like it's on the new channel. Like I might do some videos like that just to kind of like keep a consistency between everything. Well, the sloppiest video game challenge is Rarez. Good lord, there's a clip from his Sonic Force video where he complains about the game being broken while playing the game completely wrong. But that's the thing though. Some YouTube reviewers, they don't actually play the game properly. They just play it for, you know, to get to set a certain impression. Damn it. Damn it. See, I don't mind this level because I think like the fact that the enemies are used in such tight spaces, it kind of makes the encounters feel very intense. Wow, that lowing floor is utterly fucked. Yeah, they don't hide it very well. That's the thing, isn't it? Excuse me. Oh my god. Let's save here. That crate is mistextured. Oh, which crate? You mean in this room? It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they mistextured like a crate or something. Just keep killing Nukem. That's the plan. That's the plan. Shoot them until they're dead. Metal and Bunker about making Doom cover shooter. They should have put a leaning thing in, where you can peek around corners. That would have been fun. There Don't make me start an AI. Hi, I'm back. Hey, Joe. Hey, Job. How you doing? How you doing? I created texture with Storm, probably because they got the size wrong and they had the create texture wouldn't fit. I can forgive misalignments in this era of Doom mods. The editors were way less intuitive. I mean, also because this was made by a bunch of people on the internet, so I can kind of give them slight passes. Although I will say, like, maybe some of these levels should have been edited down. Not this one, but maybe others could have been. There you go. How you deal with that problem. And then that dealt with me. Lovely. Well, that was the thing. Like, you have to remember, back in the day, they weren't blowing this up to HD resolution, so things like that kind of didn't get noticed unless it was like stupidly obvious. Yeah, I'm making a video. The reason I'm doing this stream, by the way, if people are wondering, is because I need footage for a upcoming video, which is basically I'm going to be asking the question: is TNT actually that bad? Have you seen JP's on YouTube opinions? I've not actually. I should have a look at it. Is TNT actually that bad? Yes and no. See, it's a complicated question. It's a complicated question, and that's what makes it good for a video, because when you do when I write videos like that, it's really fun because I get to talk about both sides of the discussion. And so, like, it's not just me going, "Oh, TNT is awful," for an hour. I can actually sort of explore the nuances of it and be like, well, yeah, there are bits of it that are bad and there are bits of it that are good, but ultimately, like, I don't think it's nearly as bad as some people say it is. Spoilers, that's going to be the conclusion. German Peter's cool dude. German Peter's very cool. He pops into the streams, the stream chats sometimes. Very nice fella. Really good at making mods as well. Really loved his cyber demon mod. Just gonna just the bad parts of TNT exist and they're bad, but it's not all the WAD. Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem. Some people, they kind of want it to be the whole WAD, and I think that's partially not helped by the fact that there's a bunch of YouTubers, and you know, not saying that they're doing anything particularly wrong, but it's become a bit of a meme to sort of dick on TNT when it's kind of like. It's not that bad, and if we're going to put that critical hat on TNT, we also need to talk about Plutonia's problems, which suddenly the conversation will always go very quiet when you bring that particular thing up. Because I have a lot more problems with Plutonia than I do with TNT. It's a bit sad Jumpy's got burnt out on YouTube. I think it was because, I mean, so I don't speak to John Peter, so I cannot speak to his mind. So this is all just conjecture and my opinion. My read on that whole thing was he was upset because his videos weren't getting the views he thought they should. And and that was my interpretation of it, because he felt that his videos weren't kind of blowing up to the level they should. And to be fair, I mean, every person that makes a video on YouTube comes across that same problem. So I think it's just a case of he was putting all this effort in, and he just wasn't getting like the feedback that he wanted. And I get that, because it can be very demoralizing when you spend like weeks on a video. It doesn't do the views that you want it to, and then like someone else puts a video up that's like half the effort, like a quarter of the effort, and it like just blows up. You got any pets? I do not actually. I don't actually own any pets at the minute. I've had pets in the past, and I want more in the future. Yeah, it's all. I want to get a dog, but unfortunately, the house we're in at the minute is not suitable for a dog that I would want. John Peter also had the problem of some of his viewers criticizing him for everything, even if whatever they are doing, complaining about are non-problems. People are rude. YouTube commenters are rude. I'm sorry, but like, I get that in every one of my videos. It's crazy to me, and I'll tell you, and I can tell you this: when I upload a video, I can guarantee that by the end of the first 24-hour period, there'll be 3 dislikes. And I know that because it happens like clockwork. Usually about 12 hours into the video, so if I upload at like 9 o'clock at night in the UK, I guarantee that the next morning there'll be 3 dislikes, because I know that the same people, they will come to dislike my video even no matter what the video topic is. But they don't do it on non-Doom videos. It's interesting. The video I did with Becky has a bunch of chuds in the comments. So do you know what's really sad? Do you know that 3DO in Doom in retrospect video? Literally, there was a bunch of people in the comments there saying it's him, not her. And I literally had to ban several people because they were not getting the message that I didn't really want to engage with them on that. It's crazy to think you have haters. I just view it as like I view my videos as like speaking in a town square, and I feel like like how in old medieval towns they used to have like a town square with like that's where they do like announcements. Every time I do a video, I'm like, that's me doing it like an announcement in the town square, and someone's got tomatoes ready to pelt me with them. It's fine, like, because you have to. The thing with YouTube, and it's one thing that you do have to get used to if you do a YouTube channel, you've got to be ready for critique, because it'll come from all angles. It'll come from unseen angles, and you will have no idea what people are going to get upset about in your next video. Like, I pronounce words very differently to some people, and especially my American viewers, sometimes they don't get that, like, this is my accent, like, this is how I say words. I'm a trans woman. See, I didn't even know Becky was trans until it was pointed out to me, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, I mean, that's great, but like, doesn't really change what my view of Becky was, because Becky was awesome. It's also kind of inevitable. It is, and it's unfortunate because it shouldn't be inevitable. Unfortunately, what I think happens, I think several things happen when a channel starts to grow. People who like were there at the start, they kind of feel like they own parts of the channel, so they start to get really hypercritical if it moves off what the channel was originally about. And then there's some people who are jealous and some people who are envious, and there's some people, because a lot of people want to do YouTube and then they don't, they get jealous when people start doing really well at it, because it's like, oh well, I could do really well if I could start a channel. So there's a few people who I know, like, who probably comment from that kind of position. You know, they say Americans are stupid. As an American, I endorse this. It's just my accent. So my accent is from the north of England. So I have a very specific accent. It's very region specific. It's not. I'm not putting on any kind of accent. Let me tell you, my accent is very much me. If I wanted to put an accent on, I could do, but I don't want to. I'm totally guilty of snarky YouTube comments. I tend to reserve them for small creators. Honestly, though, like, I don't mind critique. Like, I think critique, for me, critique is a key part of making videos, because, like, for example, I didn't know people were going to love that Doom commercials video so much. And it makes me really happy. But I'm also happy that there's people in the comments who are like, actually, I wish you'd done it this way, or I wish you'd done it that way. Because the next time I make a video like that, I'll be like, okay, let's try it this way, let's try it that way. Because I think critique, third game critique, in my opinion, is amazing, and I love when people give it to me. Because there's people in the chat, for example, who I've seen tonight. People they've put critique on my videos, and normally the critiques are normally like very, you know, like fair. And it's like, okay, I see what you're saying. But if someone sort of says to me like, why does your voice sound like that? Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to rip my vocal box out and swap it for like a Texas accent? Yeehaw! Of course I'm not going to do that. Excuse me. I don't know, Meg. If people find your accents annoying, how would they react to full-on scouse? I know, right? I know, right? That's how I feel sometimes. I'm American. I can understand British English mostly because of Ashens and what culture. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't have a very strong accent. Let me tell you. My family, my parents and my brothers and my sisters, they have very strong accents from where we come from. My accent is very mild, so it's like, if you don't like my accent, don't go to my neck of the woods, because like you will not enjoy what you hear. Different accents are awesome. I love having variety and seeing different places represented. And the thing is, in the UK, there's accents from all over the place. Like, people have this, in America, have this weird thing that we all have a British accent, and we don't. No, I don't know anyone who talks like this. They don't. No one talks like that. I lived in London for 8 years, and I can tell you, I didn't hear anyone talk like that. At least not a normal person, you know, who walks down the street. Retro Dad and Modern Lad have pretty wild actions to my Cornish ears. Sometimes the cold critical feedback is good. It's the people who just don't want to talk shit. Yeah, some people just want to talk shit, and I get that, but like, it does also. The thing is, for me, like, if I feel someone's not really giving me fair critique, then I'm like, okay, you can say what you want, but I'm not going to take it on board. That's the pronunciation they taught us in school, lol. I always find it crazy how some, not all Americans, can't tell the difference between different British accents. It's very apparent. Everyone talks to Michael Caine, don't they? Now, I was gonna try it, and then I was like, no, don't even try it. Don't even try it, Newcomb. Don't even try it. That's a good point. It's interesting to see American popular Sega was. Like I said, if someone says to me like, look, I think you could have presented this better, then that's fine for me. Because like, for example, that commercial video, the reason that I did it that way is because in past videos when I've done something like that and then I've just spoken over the thing, people got really pissed about it, and I understood that. So like with this video, I was like, you know what, let's try it a different way. Don't you throw that bloody spear at me. Don't you? Most Americans think of Brits like stereotypical top hat. I've never owned a top hat. Although, to be fair, that's because my top hat guy moved out of the country to America, because apparently there's a big market in America for top hats. But yeah, like I said, I'm always open to critique, because critique is how you get better. And the thing is, like with my videos, I know if I put one video a week out, I could spend like hours perfecting everything, polishing everything, doing everything like 100% perfect. I know I could do that. But the fact is, by the way, it's weird to me that this texture is like that. Is it weird to anyone else that the bars are like that? That's weird. Anyway, if I made like one video a week, I know for a fact that I could, like, you know, perfect it, edit it to within an inch perfection. But the thing is, like, I don't mind like little issues, because it's kind of like, you know, it's not breaking the video. Obviously, video breaking issues, you know, need to be dealt with. But for me, it's like I'm a single man making videos, you know, in my office here. You know, sometimes when I'm watching TV downstairs, you know, like I'm not exactly, you know, like a production house. I'm competing against teams of people who like have hundreds of people churning out like videos. So I don't hold myself when I make like small editing issues. For me, it's like I can live with the small issues, not the big. Obviously, if like something I'm terrible for sometimes, I will put like a voice track up. I'll put the voice track to mute, and I won't put it back until someone points it out. So I can do that. The internet is very US centric. I remember an American who flipped out because I called Star Fox Starwing. I mean, but it's called Starwing over here. I think TNT map 10 is good, but it's short and a bit easy. Yeah, I think this should have been a lot earlier in the map set. I think I do agree on that one, actually. I feel like this should have been like a lot further in the map set. We are not dealing with that today. Wow, they really like the idea of enemies just popping out of the ground there, don't they? Is this like a job to you or hobby? Kind of half and half at the minute. It's not a full-time job yet, because I still see it as a hobby, but I am aware that if it grows much bigger, it might have to become my full-time job, because obviously, you know, I don't mind that. Like, it's just like I'm gonna have to kind of have that conversation this year sometime. I didn't even know it was called Starwing in the UK. There you go. See, this is an educational stream now. I should get government grants for educating. I know plenty of very intelligent Americans, but the US is a very sheltered country. We don't get to ignore the US, but the US ignores everyone else. I don't mind Americans. I sometimes find some Americans can be quite ignorant to the fact that the rest of the world doesn't do the things the way the US does. A good example of that is I remember we had an American friend who, when I had an American classmate in high school, and they didn't understand the concept that no one over here celebrates Thanksgiving. They thought it was really odd that we didn't all celebrate Thanksgiving, and it was like, well, we don't, do we? Because why would we celebrate Thanksgiving? Because you kind of left us, didn't you? The metric system is a good example. Yeah, the metric system is a good example. I did see a funny TikTok the other day about that. I don't want to say it because it's pretty dark humored. But Americans do know the metric system when it comes to certain things that happen in the US. Yeah, I agree, but the thing is, some Americans get really weird about it because they're like, why don't you celebrate Thanksgiving? And it's like, well, because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, do we? You know, it's not like Christmas, which you know Christians celebrate. It's like, excuse me. What I'm doing here, I don't want to deal with this level, so we're just going to come through here, come up here, up here. One thing I do find curious, though, as an American, a lot of people forget that, for example, the whole of the UK is half the size of Texas, and people from Europe just assume everyone on our landmass is all the same. No. So the way I view the US is people like in the South. So my image of Americans is that in the like northeast, southwest, so the southeast part of America, my view is that that's a very conservative area, and that's where a lot of like the Bible Belt and the Christian stuff happens, and up north it's a bit more kind of like liberal. That's kind of my view of America. If I'm not, maybe I'm wrong on that, maybe that's outdated, I don't know, but like that's kind of how I view like America. Yeah, that's pretty on the mark. Yeah, so that's, in my mind, that's how it kind of is. So when someone says they're like from like Louisiana or any of those like southern states, I kind of go, okay, so you were raised in this kind of thing. Whereas a New Yorker, for example, I'm aware that they're like, it's a different upbringing, different experience entirely to like that. So I am aware of that. Like West Coast is a lot more liberal as well. Interesting. See, I didn't know that. So that's good to know. Every country has its share of Dumbos. They do, and unfortunately, the UK has plenty of Dumbos. You could do a Dumbo reboot with all the Dumbos that we have in this country. I've always liked this map. I like the vibes of this map. I don't like how big it is, because there's like 50% of this map hidden in a secret, and it's like, okay. Also, the crater doesn't really have much going on in it. This should have a lot more going on than it does. The actual crater part is a bit underwhelming. It is, unfortunately. They half-baked this, which is a bit sad. When your level's called crater, you know, you can't really half-bake the crater. It's like that. Wait, it's been 20 minutes yet? Yeah, no, all right. It seems to have worked. I wish they'd spent more time on the sky textures. They look kind of amateurish. I think by 1995 standards, I don't think they're that bad. But yeah, by modern standards, yeah, they do kind of look a bit pixely. If someone's willing to wait 20 minutes to start trolling my chat, you know, then they have more dedication than I do. I would have found something better to do with my life at this point. Oh, thank you, Ubergam. How you doing? How you doing? The problem with these giant maps is the quality will inevitably suffer. Yeah, and like I said, I think the thing that kills me with this map is that if this was just the map that we got here, you know, I'd probably like it a lot more. But the problem is, like, there's a secret here that basically reveals like 50% of the map. So when you come through here, you see all this, and it's like, whoa, what's this? And the thing is, like, it's not even a small secret area. It's a big secret area, this. So it's like, this is a chunky secret. I'm a Christian from the said Bible Belt. Well, no, I'm not saying you do that. But what I'm saying is that's the perception the outside world has of like those regions. It's like Scousers in the UK. Scousers are viewed as like people from Liverpool are viewed as like very negatively. There's a lot of negative stereotypes attached to Scousers. Some of the nicest people I know are from Liverpool. So it's one of those where like you kind of have to. Every country has stereotypes that. Unfortunately, they're not true, but they permeate. Is this stuffing for anyone else? I'm from the UK version. The big nuke is Scouser's own. The big nuke fall is cool though. It is cool, but like I feel like it should be a bigger part of the level, not stuffed in a secret. Don't let them spam the chat. No stutters here. No, I'm not getting any notices for stuttering on this side of things. Luckily, again, I'm not doing the vertical stream at the minute because apparently when I do that, it just causes issues. Maybe it's just my connection. Possibly. Traditionalist, I meant. You should just ID Clev 31 lol, then quit TNT and play TNT Rev lol. I might do a video on TNT Rev at some point because I streamed that a few years ago. Portrait mode savagery. I know some people don't like portrait mode. I get that. I only do it because it's really good to get the streams out there. YouTube will push like vertical streams so aggressively. They will push them so hard. No, you don't need to shut up, Carnivorous. No, don't worry about that. I just think it's one of those things where, like, we talk about regions from our own countries. Like, it's like a lot of people will talk down about Scousers, but Scousers are really nice in my opinion. Now, if you want me to talk about people who are a bit, you know, aggressive from the UK, I can talk about the Manx. I'm joking. People from Manchester are lovely. I live in Manchester. One day they'll let me leave. I'm proud hick. We do not claim. Do not claim. Vertical content makes my brain itchy personality. Give me horizontal. Yeah, that's fair. I only, like I said, I only do it because YouTube offers the option, and it's not really that much of a problem to set it up. Yuki's protesting as well. There's stronger maps. It is a fun map. I think. Oh yeah, I forgot about you two. There you go. Every time I hear Manchester, I think about the meme of the guy ranting about how much Manchester's a shithole and he had to. Manchester's nice. The problem with Manchester is that it's kind of in the middle of a big gentrification at the minute. So a lot of the rougher areas are slowly being kind of, you know, brought up to modern standards. So there's kind of that little conflict going on in the city at the minute. I've said amounts to be more scary place in the US. Walls. But what I love about the United States is the variety, because you've got so much variety on that one sort of country. It's amazing. Like when I visit the US, I want to see all of it. I don't just want to visit like New York. I want to visit like the state of New York. I want to visit like California, because it's all different, and it's all because in the UK it's all pretty much like the same. Like once you leave London, it's all pretty much fields and countrysides, and then oh look, it's a city. The only vertical content I like is when Civi played TNT. Being racist in the US is like being a fish. Well, the USA was made out of immigrants. I always find it really strange when like Americans get very passionate about like immigration and such. But to me, it's like the US was built on the back of immigration, so it's kind of like that's one of its core strengths. Yeah, we're veering close to politics territory. I don't want to frustrate anyone. California's completely scorched earth. Other than North, the silver lining here is its low humidity. The upper Midwest has crazy geography, the most fresh water in the world. The land looks like Swiss cheese with lakes. I would love to visit the northwest of the US. Some of the landscapes up there are like beautiful, and it's not been like ruined by like overdevelopment. Oh, that's fine. We were in politics territories for hours. It's fine. But yeah, I don't mind the US. I don't think I'd be allowed in the US at the minute. I don't think I'd be allowed to like step into the country. That's probably one thing that'll put me off going for a little while yet. Take out the shotgunners here. Hi. Hey, Radio Geek. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I was just focusing on the game there. Sorry, I missed you. If you're not, you should give Radio Geek a watch on here. Radio Geek makes some really, really great YouTube content, and in like the last like 2-3 months, the channel's been really taking off. So, if you do like reviews, if you like honest reviews of games, definitely should give Radio Geek a watch. Lake Superior has 10-meter waves. Wow. So I'm just quickly Twin Peaks Country. I've never watched Twin Peaks actually. I should because it was the kind of show I'd probably love. I wouldn't come here. It's bad. I wouldn't mind visiting. I wouldn't live in the US, but I definitely wouldn't mind visiting. You done some crime? But no, it's because I run a large wrestling X account, and I am very frequently making jokes about Donald Trump because obviously he's a WWE Hall of Famer. And I guarantee that, like, some of the posts I've made will get me disqualified from ever going near the US while he's in power. So I'm not going to the US until the Republicans are out. You're gangbanging. Certainly not the best state right now. Could be much worse. I want to go to New York, get some Joe's Pizza, and see some landmarks. Yeah. So my family have actually been to. I've had family members who've been to New York, and they said they loved it. They've also been to Las Vegas, and they said they didn't like Las Vegas. So, you know, it depends apparently where you go. Apparently Las Vegas is pretty not great. Yeah, all good here, Radio Geek. All good here. I know it's going to be New Year's soon in the East Coast. Also, I do like that TNT music. TNT's music's great. Like, you can critique you can critique a lot of things about TNT, but you can't critique the music. The music is great, and it's one thing that Plutonia fails miserably at because it basically borrows music from everywhere else. Yeah, I'd love to visit the US. It's always been a dream of mine to visit the US. But we have to be realistic in the current climate. Ooh, the chat is moving and it's not moving for me. If you haven't committed a felony in your home country, you have a valid passport and follow legal channels to gain the US, there's no problem. I mean, I get that. TNT music is epic, much appreciated. Love David Lynch. I'm a huge AEW fan. I like AEW. I've been a WWE fan for many years, but I've been slowly going off WWE in the modern times. So I'm not really I'm not as into WWE as I was like a few years ago. No politics. Living here is not a great idea right now. I live here, I don't want to, but I'm fine. James is probably right. Vegas is too expensive. 2 hours until New Year's here. Excellent. To be honest, I don't have that much interest in traveling. I want to see move to Ireland. So you know what's funny, Squirrel? I can actually get an Irish passport because my mum is Irish. She's like full on Irish. So I can actually get an Irish passport, which I'm looking into. I'm currently looking into that. You gotta love the Plutonic Community mini pack. It's incredible. I agree, but like what I'm saying is, they didn't really put effort in when the game came out. They kind of half-assed the music. I don't want politics in the chat. That's fair, James. That's fair. I like the Master Levels mini pack. I've never heard it. I miss Lucha Underground. I mean, I really miss it. I think everyone misses Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground was really fun. Lucha Underground was really fun and different. But obviously it ran into problems. I can get Romanian citizenship from DNA. Ah, nice. Irish passport for the win. Yeah, so I've been looking into it because I'm second generation Irish. I qualify for an Irish passport. I just need to start the process. I might do that, to be honest, at some point. I don't know if I'd ever live in Ireland though. That's the only thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Was never big into wrestling. I had a friend who had a wrestling arcade and helped him out with it here and there. Don't fall. Problem number one was booking John Morrison. I always felt John Morrison could have been a bigger deal. I always felt that by the time they left WWE after in their first run, like they really could have. I think they did. I think they dropped the ball on John Morrison quite a lot back in the day. And then when they brought him back the second time, he was just kind of a stooge for The Miz, which was like, okay, you know. Kudos for not using free look. Oh, I don't like using. I never use free look with Doom. It's not the way I play Doom. One of the two was running their financial books like it was kayfabe. I mean, to be fair, WCW did that. Like, WCW was like playing with unlimited money until the day they weren't. You could move to Ireland and work for Romero. I need to reach out to him, by the way, because I want to ask him about certain things regarding Quake for an upcoming video. But I'm like, last time I reached out to him, his wife was the one who replied, and she's a very lovely woman, very lovely lady. If you've never interacted with Romero through like official channels, his wife is absolutely lovely, and she said he's unfortunately very busy at the minute. This was like when I used to run a gaming website. So I'm hoping like if I'm very nice about it, like he might kind of answer some of my questions for me. But we'll see about that. We'll see about that. He's very easy to get a hold of. And his wife is wonderful. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, so his wife was the one who responded to me when I reached out, and she was lovely, absolutely lovely about it. But she was like, yeah, no, he's really busy at the minute. I was like, fair enough. But that was like a decade ago. So I'm sure if I reach out now, like I'll be able to get my questions answered. So. And from what I hear, he's mellowed out quite nicely over the last few years. So I think, you know, I don't have any real negative opinions of Romero. I emailed Gabe Noob a few months back with a suggestion for Steam and had no reply. Yes, I like John's Doom maps. Yeah, he's super chill these days. Yeah, no, like I said, I will reach out to him mainly just because there's some things I want to ask about, like Quake, specifically design choices, because I know I've read in my research for Quake at the minute. I read that he wasn't a fan of the way things went, and I'm hoping I can get him to kind of talk about like some of the things that he, you know, wasn't a big fan of specifically. Because Quake's the game that kind of broke it. It broke the back of it. So it's kind of like when I cover that, I really want to be able to kind of like give some proper context to things. Oh, you can go away. Tom Hall making McGee cool. Doesn't who is it who's moved? One of them's moved to Ireland. I know that. And it's not Romero. It's someone else. I think. Hope Sandy's doing well. Sandy does board games now. When I looked into what Sandy was up to these days, he's apparently like a big in the board game world now. Regarding Romero and Quake, the dude was straight checking out a vid and they were working on it. It was like he was quiet quitting before it was a thing. John Carmack and Sandy Peterson are both dig bags. Well, I know that John Carmack's got like a bit of an ego still, which, you know, given like how much success he's had, I'm not really surprised to hear that. But then again, he was never the passionate one. He was never the one who was like really passionate about like these games. He just made the engines and kind of, you know, reacted to that. Romero's currently in Ireland. Yes, so I know Romero's in Ireland. I think it's is it Adrian Carmack? I think he's in Ireland as well. Because I was looking at doing a video on like what are the id Software team up to these days, and I think when I got to him, he's in Ireland at the minute. He was doing last I kind of checked, he was working up with some company in Ireland. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I'll have to check if it's still delivered on the Kickstarter. Really? Has it not actually has it not delivered on it? I know, because like I said, I know that Sandy Peterson, he has like a YouTube channel that he posts stuff to sometimes. I think it was you, Radio Geek, that put me onto that. But I also know like he's got a bunch of board game stuff in the wild. John Carmack's a programmer and never has the best social skills. Carmack was an important influence on the Doom. He's the reason the plot and gameplay is so simple. Well, yeah, because they basically kicked Tom Hall out of the company because they got tired of Tom Hall saying we need more story in our Doom experience. So what we're going to do here, we could play this level. We could play this level all the way through, but you know, like it's New Year's Eve for you guys, and you know, I just don't have the time. We don't have the time before New Year's. let's just get to the end of the level, shall we? Weird. I just binge watched a bunch of reimagined TNT wads. I think already Happy New Year, by the way. Hey Bappa, how you doing? How you doing? Definitely Carmack has the tism. I know programmers who don't go to Nazi conventions. Yeah. Carmack unfortunately has said a lot of things about a lot of things that, you know, honestly, if Doom 2 have more story, I'd probably be more inclined to replay them. Even the love I have for the games is a bit bland. I'm more Atticus. Yeah, no, I don't, because I feel like people use autism as like an excuse for like bad behavior. I don't think that's very fair, because I feel like a lot of autistic people, I'm probably on the spectrum, to be honest. Like if I went and got evaluated, I'm like 100% sure I'd land somewhere on the spectrum. You know, because it's just how it's one of those things. But I feel like sometimes people use it as like a way to kind of say like this person's bad because they're autistic. No, they're bad because they're a bad person. Autism is just like a thing that people deal with. Carmack's made some very odd statements over the years, and you know, I don't really. I'm very cautious about talking about it, because I know a lot of people hold Carmack up to like a very high standard. But yeah, he has yeah, it's one of those situations where like you're just disappointed to find that out. Yeah, because I mean, my partner is diagnosed autistic from when they were a kid, and one of the things that upsets them is when people use it as like a crutch to say, well, this person was bad because they had autism, and it's like it's not about the autism, it's about what the person behind the autism was doing. Oh no, I don't know where. I'm not offended by the phrase autism, but the problem is most people use it. Most people just catch all doesn't mean anything. I was diagnosed with autism at 5 years old. I do think Carmack is autistic, but he's still a cunt. Yeah, exactly. I think if I had to like put on the tin, that is exactly what I put on the tin. He's autistic, but he's also a cunt. And he's not a cunt because he's autistic. I think a lot of people just don't understand autism and what exactly it is. I think that's why you get that kind of thing happening. Because to be fair, Carmack's social skills were not... I don't even know if you can say that his social skills were terrible, because if you look at what Carmack was doing in like 1990, he was big into D&D. He was going to like conventions for D&D. He was like, you know, like buying swords and playing around with like John Romero in like 91. So like it's not like he didn't have social skills. I just think that his personality is very kind of standoffish. Some people are like that, you know. So you try to sort of get to know them, and they're very standoffish. Have you played Doom on Nightmare Nukem? Yeah, we did a few weeks ago. If you go back through my live streams, you'll see that I did Doom 1 on Nightmare, the first 3 episodes. I was diagnosed with Asperger's style, but I don't think it's been major. Yeah, that's what my partner has, Asperger's. I don't think Asperger's is considered a thing. At least it's not considered like to the same level that... Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Well, it's a merge with ASD. Yeah, because I think my partner's mentioned that a few times. I think his intelligence can make him conceited. Carmack is an alien, 100% don't care. Carmack has also never known failure. I'm considered severely autistic. So you said Carmack's never known failure, but I know that Rage happened. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. Rage was not like a complete failure. It just didn't hit the heights I think he wanted it to. Rage was really his baby, and like that failure was kind of catastrophic. They've since started looking at Spectrum now. They've stopped looking at as a Spectrum now. They call it Asperger's because the name was related. Oh, okay, fair enough. Happy New Year, Lemma Green. I've been diagnosed high functioning. Oh no. Well, actually, no. Why am I saying oh no? Like I said, I think if I was to go and get diagnosed, I would probably be placed into that category. Because I do have quirks. But then we all have quirks, don't we? So it's not like we are all lovely individuals. I know, I could love Rage. Really? That's fascinating to me. So I don't really like Rage. Maybe I should do a video on it. That'd be fun. Oh, there you go. See, oh, I might do a video on Rage. I've never actually thought about that. Like, maybe I should do a video on Rage and actually give it like a second chance. It's a good game. The boomerang thing was really cool. I did a video on it recently. Not sure if you saw it. I don't think I've actually seen that, Radio Geek. I'll have a good look at that. Actually, I'll have a really good look at that. I've never been on the bus or to a shop completely alone at 27 years old. That'll be a good revisit. Rage 2 pissed me off. Mega textures. I remember the mega textures. I remember Carmack wouldn't shut up about the mega textures. like I said, Rage was his baby through. He wanted that to be like such a thing. It may look like Raiders could jump on your car in the E3 trailer. Meta textures are really cool, to be honest. Oh no, I have no doubt they're really cool, but like the way Carmack kind of went on about them before Rage came out, I remember those interviews he used to give where he would talk about mega textures like so much. And it's like, okay, but I don't think your average gamer really cares about mega textures that much. Like, Rage was a weird game. I need to play it again. Maybe I can do that on stream. Actually, that might... You know what? Maybe I'll play Rage on stream. That'd be really fun. Because then we can all kind of dissect it together. Okay, that's something I'll do in the future. See, this is why I think I'm like that. Because now I'm obsessed with the idea of, why don't I do a Rage video? Let's do a stream. I'd say Rage was a technical success. But Carmack found that wasn't enough. I found out that wasn't enough anymore. Mega textures don't really work without mods. Didn't someone implement mega textures on N64? Possibly. How did that not kill you at 6% health? I have no idea. Rage 2 is such a mess. Like, you can tell with Rage 2 that like they were just trying to find a hole for it, you know, in the Bethesda sort of portfolio. It's really weird. But yeah, on the channel I do want to cover more like interesting FPSs, like, because obviously at the minute I'm very focused on like Doom, Duke Nukem, GoldenEye, but I would love to kind of like do more like one-off videos like with games like Rage. I want to look at Daikatana. That's something I want to talk about. Quake 2. The game I've been working on is a roguelike. Ah, nice. Excellent, Brighter. And hey, Brighter. The way that mega texture works is large texture they spread over the entire game world to architecture and color using a single texture, while small textures add more detail. Ah, interesting. The Rage 2 take up like 160 gigs. So guys, do you play Doom with no filter? I mean, as you can see, I play Doom, well, classic Doom, very much like we are in the 90s. So here's the fun thing, I've never played Quake 2, so that's going to be one of those games that like I'll be able to play and be like, okay, let's see what this is actually like from a first-time player's perspective. And the reason I've not played it, by the way, is because we didn't have a PC that could run Quake 2 when Quake 2 came out. There we go. Dealt with that. Quake 2 is great. For 3D games, I never play without buying texturing. Quake 2 is pretty cool. I was literally about to ask why you haven't played it. No, it's simply because by the time Quake 2 became a thing, we didn't really have a PC that could run it, and by that point we'd all pretty much started just playing console games. So Quake 2 wasn't really my cup of tea at that point. Quake 2 is fun but gets repetitive. I usually play for the first couple of levels. Quake 2 is pretty good. I'm not sure if I prefer it over Quake 1. I hate mid maps. I beat Quake 2 64 a couple of weeks ago. Very cool game. I've been told that the N64 version is really good. So like again, and because I like Quake 64, maybe I can sort of look at those two. Oh, hello. Some GZ do mod like City of the Damned Apocalypse. Are worth playing even though it's 90s Doom. I like Quake 2, not a bad game, just really long and pretty slow, boring at times. I have hard copies of Quake 64 and Quake 2 64. Oh, excellent. Nice. I used to have Quake 64 on N64. I know. Weird to say that like 3 times. I tried the PS1 version of Quake 2 on emulator and the controls weren't great. Yeah, unfortunately, there's quite a lot of games that are like that. I really want that BFG. Bitmaps are lower. I got UZ Doom and I'm not going to switch, but my favorite GZ mod doesn't work. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be a thing for a while, isn't it? Unfortunately, like that is going to be a thing for a while with that, because obviously with the new UZ Doom, they have to sort of get everything working. By the way, did you just see that? By the way, that Mancubus flame came right through that wall there. Hello. Goodbye. Let's go. Yeah, compatibility will improve over time. Yeah, because obviously it's such a new thing. You have to remember they didn't really plan to fork it. It just kind of had to happen. For good reason as well. For good reason, we should point out. Is there much difference to UZ and GZ? Well, the thing is, the one who creates GZ started inserting AI written scripts and code into his GZ Doom engine, so that's what caused the rift that ultimately pulled everything down. Because UZ Doom is a fork of GZ Doom. I tried to use Doom a bit, but only played base Doom with smooth. So I don't know. I think this is TNT, which is infinitely better than Plutonia. Thank you. I said that earlier on. I was literally saying earlier on that as much as, you know, people like to rib on TNT, there's a lot of people who go very quiet when you ask them to do the same with Plutonia. Where to use Doom is under ChatGPT usage. No, so it's not under it's not under ChatGPT, but like the creator was putting AI written code into the engine, and obviously if you start doing that, then it can lead to a lot of problems, because obviously AI code isn't the best. I'm sure someone who's more technically minded can probably give a better explanation, but my understanding is that like one, AI code is kind of unethical at the minute, and doing it without like the approval of everyone who's contributing, it's kind of a big no-no. Plutonia has no redeeming qualities. More like belongs in the trash. But yeah, the use of AI code is the issue as far as I'm aware. People will tolerate geniuses paper bag. Like they'll tolerate them as long as they keep doing good things. Oh, almost had it. There you go. As a programmer, it depends. For shorthand autocomplete, it's okay to use generated code, but the active vibe coding, where you generate significant portions of AI code without testing, is obviously bad. Yeah, especially because the problem with AI models at the minute is they hallucinate a lot, so they can create code that doesn't quite do as you intend for it to do. I think Plutonia is trash. It's an ex. No, so I don't think Plutonia is trash, but I think a lot of Doom players they sort of say TNT is rubbish, but then they don't say like what Plutonia's weaknesses are. Yeah, there's nothing. Look, I've said it many times in this chat, Data. Generative AI is the problem I have at the minute, because generative AI is just stolen content that's been reheated and repackaged. But AI does have like very obvious benefits. We just need to kind of get past this phase as a species of using generative AI. Such a strange thing for the GZ Doom dev to do. Like, why? He was lead developer and created the most popular source code. Don't understand why he felt the vibe code. Because he got lazy. Because he was like, well, you know, I can. No one's going to stop me because I have the biggest engine. You know. Obviously, that didn't work out in the end for them. Skynet is coming. Well, AI is way overhyped right now. People overestimate its abilities. They really do, and people investing in it really overestimate its abilities, but I saw, by the way, I saw on, was it Reddit? Some AI channel has been uploading 200 gigabytes of videos a day for the last, like, year. And apparently every video they get only gets like 2 or 3 views. But they upload like 200 gigabytes, like, on the dot. And that's going to lead to problems, because eventually, like, YouTube's not going to be able to find space to put all that stuff in. And then creators like me that are sat here, you know, making like videos on the regular, it's going to affect me in the end. Crazy the YouTuber are allowing it. It is crazy the YouTuber are allowing it, because like I said, so much AI content is being generated. It's not being watched by anyone, and then like it's taking up valuable space on the servers. Quite possibly, Giraffe. If I used AI generative code in my game and found out, I could be sued. Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? The legality of generative AI at the minute is very questionable. Why do you think OpenAI has just signed that deal with Disney? Because to be fair, if Disney really wanted to, they'd probably own OpenAI with the amount of copyright infringement that's been going on. Well, that depends, because like I said, the channel I was talking about, it literally doesn't have any viewers. It has like 1 viewer for every video, so no one's even watching the AI content. It's just being uploaded and taking up space. And here I am trying to optimize my videos so that, you know, the size isn't too big. Would you need to prove it's a significant combo? AI is just giving you random strings of words. Save us, Disney. Shut it all down. Something I never thought I'd say. I was dystopian. You mean Dystopia 3? By the way, really fun fact for you. Doom 1 and Doom 2 do not have this texture. They do not have a waterfall texture. They have water textures, you know, from the top down. They don't actually have like this, which is, it's kind of crazy to me when you think about it. People genuinely talking to AIs like they are some kind of companion. I think the problem is AI will say what AI will say what it thinks you want to hear. So I think for a lot of people to hear that reassurance that, you know, I think that's what draws a lot of people in. I heard about someone in Japan. I saw the TikTok for that. Yes. Some woman has married ChatGPT. Well, the ChatGPT bot that she's thinking with. I hope when it updates, she doesn't like wake up to a new personality. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how awkward that'd be? Like, because every time they do a big ChatGPT update, people have breakdowns because like the conversations completely shift from like the tones that they're used to. Yeah, stupid first. If you AI offers uncombative, unchallenged conversation which reaffirms what you believe. True AI can be turned into a yes man in the sense that people will react. I saw an ad for AI girlfriends recently, and that was the worst thing I've ever seen. There was no waterfall texture. No, James, there wasn't. In Doom 2, and Doom 1, they didn't actually have a waterfall texture, so that's one thing TNT has. I hate it when I see discussions on obscure retro game channels and people are clearly using AI in the post, poisoning the water for knowledge. I know AI is making string. Have you ever heard of an AI chat that uses pattern, can be trained in a way understanding? What doesn't surprise me, doesn't, because with the amount of money that's being poured into AI right now, it doesn't surprise me that people are trying all kinds of things like that. So I believe it's about half an hour until New Year's on the East Coast in the US. If I want to combo with whoever I want to, not on a daily basis, I think the waterfall texture is actually coded into Doom 2. Like if you add waterfall textures, I would not be able to say if that's true or not. All I know is that they for some reason they don't use the waterfall texture in Doom 2. Whether it's there or not, or it's hidden. Oh, hello. Thank you. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. We are moving. We are moving. That got very messy there. Very messy. By the way, did you hear about that YouTuber that got a community guideline strike for yawning on stream? I saw that earlier on. Apparently, the AI bot that sort of watches her things, she yawned and didn't cover her mouth, and the AI bot thought she was saying something sexy to her audience. I've been seeing a lot of AI slop shorts really recently. The reason you're seeing that is because so I'll quickly go into it. When you start a YouTube channel now, you need to do shorts in some capacity because that's how you kind of get people to come to your channel. So when you see a lot of channels like spewing out shorts with AI stuff, the reason they're doing that is just because they want people to come and look at the channel. I did not hear about that. No, wait, what? I didn't see that. I hope AI is remembered. Give me a second. I'll get it up on my screen here so I can read it out to you. YouTube streamer yawn. because I saw it on X the other day. I know I yawn all the time. I'm doomed. See if I can find it. YouTuber God. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it because I want to be able to tell you about it. Let's see if I can find it on here. I've been into AI since I mean, like I said, AI YouTuber yawn. Yeah, there you go. So okay, so here we go. I found it. So this is from 1 day ago. A VTuber with over 10,000 subscribers shared a clip of mouth sounds from her December 30th video, which involved her yawning. With a community guideline strike for sexual noises, she appealed, noting that she was just using it for comfy ASMR. And after initial rejection, Team YouTube reversed it by New Year's Eve morning, restoring the video with no violations. There you go. So yeah, in the future, people will depend too much, and AI companies will follow suit in their palms. YouTube. So the problem with YouTube is that, like, because they use AI moderation, the AI moderators can flag whatever they fancy, and then like it's left up to the creator to basically chase after that. Well, that was silly of me, wasn't it? I've actually found some cool stuff from YouTube Shorts with her. I hear it feels like you trying to be Grammarnatis. And companies are like, oh, this will save so much money, but the thing is, they say it saves money for them, but then like they have to employ people to check that the AI hasn't just hallucinated a bunch of crap. I guess it really comes down to if you think that's worth it or not. Don't make it Nukem come down here. It doesn't take AI to control zones to be controlled. It just happens faster. Yeah, people are willing to give up their things for AI, so yeah. Is this OPL? Is this OPL? Let me check. I can check. Let me check. Yes, this is OPL, yes. It's got that ad-lib twang. I've been playing Doom 64X on hardcore and I've gotten pretty far into it. Yeah, so I like OPL as well. Because I think this is the closest you can get to like the way that I used to remember it on DOS. Generally, like I like things to be the way that I kind of remember them. Back in the day, I don't really sort of like messing around with the formula. I play the shit out of Wolfenstein Collection. So I do think they will do a Wolfenstein Collection. I think Wolfenstein 3D is probably somewhere on the cards, a remaster of it of some kind. It kind of makes sense because they've done Doom now, and they can't really do any more things with Doom. Well, they could, but they won't. Go up here. Get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Ow. Ow, question mark. There you are. What poll do people use? I use Woof, so I'm using Woof Doom here. Good to see people are still willing to give Night Dive money even after the May letdowns. Okay, I like how OPL cards rendered slightly different from each other. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't know if I have any control over that kind of level of detail. I have friends at Night Dive. Nice. I don't know anyone anywhere. I am the least informed person in the world. Whoa! Don't do that to me. Grab that. We'll grab that because it makes life a bit easier when we're trying to exit this area. The good thing about this room though is that you can just do that and the problem just goes away. They did a great job of Heretic and Hexen. The entire acquisition has not been kind. Unfortunately, like I think that's just like a symptom of that situation though. I like this in Tom. We imagine new Wolfenstein LOR treatment. I mean, to be fair, I do think that Wolfenstein will get a remaster of some kind. Wolf 3D is a great teacher on how to know your maps. Yeah, I agree. I've yet to play Hexen. I've only played like the first hour of Hexen. Hexen was never really my cup of tea. I can't do Wolf 3D. It's too primitive, boring, but iconic. I like what they did with Hexen. I guess it's because because when you played Heretic so much over and over and over, and then I never played Hexen, it's kind of hard to accept that that's the sequel. But I do want to give it a proper try. Maybe maybe a potential stream game in the future. No. I also played Heretic. Yeah, Heretic was really fun back in the day. It was Heretic's one of those games I think that it kind of got lost to time. People just didn't really pay that much attention to it. But I think at its core, it's a very solid game. I didn't like Heretic. Fair enough, Johnny. That's fine. Hexen is different. Hexen is weird, but it's not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a, well, this is going in a very different direction than you might have thought it was going where. I adore Hexen. It's a masterpiece. See, that's what I really like about Hexen. The people who love it absolutely will defend it until the death, and people who hate it will absolutely crucify it until the death. I just sat through fear. It's a game I wish got re-release. Hexen multiplayer has no right to be as fun as it is. Hexen multiplayer, polarizing. Yeah, Hexen is polarizing, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Not everyone has to love what you're making. As long as there's enough people to say it's good, I think that's good enough. Yeah, this got very messy. This got really messy. Get rid of you. Apologies if I'm missing out on the chat at the minute. I'm busy trying to deal with this lost soul infestation. Right, check. I don't know how to feel about Hexen because it's cool, it's very hit and miss. It's either a great time or I just want to jump into a pool of acid, no in between. I can't remember all dramas. Delete those annoying dramas. I know someone just did Doom 3 tried to put in Doom 64. What's your favorite Doom monster? What's my favorite Doom monster? Probably the Caco Demon. Just because I find it a very interesting enemy. Right, we're gonna die a lot here, by the way. Told you, we're gonna die a lot here. Oh no, he didn't die nearly as much as I expected. I always like the heavy gunner. He's great for him fighting. You mean, yeah, the chain gun is really good in a crowd if you can get it to hit a bunch of enemies. Did you set up whoops to use the separate save directories per WAD? No, I did not. I just realized, what is this? Is this like a pain thing? It is. Why is that there? I don't understand. Okay, so you've got all of this, which looks like a pain floor, is not a pain floor. Then you got this little bit here that's like, it is actually a pain floor. Explain, discuss. There we go, super late here. Have a good one, Purple Passage, and thank you so much for hanging out. It's been really fun chatting. The Stinky Pit does Stinky Pit. Chat Purple Passage. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably gonna stream until the top of the hour, and then I'm probably gonna head off because I am beginning to feel a bit tired. So the thing with this area here, this section here, you're supposed to go into these different areas and sort of open these up. But here's the thing. You don't actually need to do all the heavy lifting. Yeah, Nukem lad. We'd love to stagger in the stream from night out, but couldn't turn down the sweet double pay tonight. That's fine, Hobnob. look, you grab that bag. When the bag's there to be grabbed, you grab it. Hey Crestline, how you doing? Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good New Year's Eve or New Year's, depending on where you are. Something you can do, by the way, if you really don't want to deal with like the different sections, you can activate these switches by doing this. It's very dirty, very cheap, but very effective way of not having to play through this entire level. I really hate Revenants, but I think they made for a good enemy. The little squirrel has gone to bed. That's fine. Have a good night, squirrel. I know it's almost 5 AM here, isn't it? So of course, like it's time to retire to bed. Do you have videos on Chex Quest? No, but I am going to do one because Chex Quest itself is just really fun to talk about. It's such a weird little thing. Yeah, no, it's like I said, at the top of the hour, I'm going to go to bed anyway because I'm like deadly tired. Like in the last like 10 minutes, my brain's like, we should go to sleep. And I'm like, sure, give me 10 minutes. So I'm going to wait until the top of the hour so I can celebrate New Year's with the East Coast crew, and then we will get out of here. Now I'm into them off to sleep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm operating under as well here. I got a feeling I'm up for a while. Chex Quest HD is real, but I can never get it to run. Chex Quest HD is really weird. It's fun, but I don't know. The charm's kind of gone a bit. And did they ever actually finish that off? I can't remember. I never checked. Stinky with U5. The engine doesn't make a game. No, I'm still charm in the original. I think that's the problem. When I played Chex Quest HD, it was fine, but like it lost a lot of that charm that I think, you know, it kind of needed. Because Chex Quest does need that charm, I think. Makes me want to replace. New guy, you got to beat that level without the saves coming. Nah, it's fine. I think because this is only a casual playthrough. If I was doing a pistol start version, yeah, I would not save scum. But unfortunately, this is not that day. That makes why I don't remember it, because Chex Quest Steam has no recollection of being non-Doom engine. Yeah, to be fair, like I said, it's all a bit weird with the Chex Quest HD, because it doesn't really. It's fine. I just didn't think much of it when it came out. Damn it. I think I'm playing Chex Quest on my old ass PC. I think I used GZ Doom port. I mean, I've heard that Chex Quest 3 runs really well on GZ Doom. I'm not sure if it runs well on UZ Doom though, whichever didn't get enough love. I've never heard of Chex Quest. So basically, TLDR, James, Chex Quest was given away in a cereal box as part of a promotion. It runs on the original Doom engine. Really fun. Surprisingly good for a game that's basically, you know, for free. There we go. We've made it to the end of the level. Now, by my watch, there should be about 3 minutes left before we hit the New Year. So what we'll do, we will wait graciously for that, and then probably going to head up. I tried Chex Quest 3 on Doom, and it runs well. Excellent. See, we were discussing this earlier on. There's been a bunch of compatibility issues with UZ Doom and some of the mods. I think I used the GZ Doom port. Yeah. I know that Chex Quest 3, it runs really well on GZ Doom. It's just, you know, I've never actually played number 2 or 3. I do have them. Because I got it from a repository a few years ago. So it is sat on my hard drive. It's just I've never got around to playing it. But yeah, like I said, this has been a really fun stream. Apologies for not streaming over the Christmas period. I just, you know, because I decided to take that time off for myself, and, you know, don't regret it. So at the end of the day, like, you know, festive period, I kind of wanted to spend it with family. It's been a rough year in terms of, like, not being able to see them as much as I'd want to for various reasons. That was an amazing stream. Oh, thank you, James. And like I said, if you are celebrating New Year's, I hope you have a great one. If you're not celebrating New Year's, well, tomorrow is it Thursday? GG's. Yeah, so honestly, 2026, it'll be whatever you want it to be. It could be just another day tomorrow. It could be the start of a new year. Don't say New Year, New Me. That's a terrible thing to say. You should never say that to anyone, because saying that, like, that's the worst thing anyone can say at New Year's for me. Great stream. Sorry for getting political. Yeah, don't worry about it, Carnivorous. It's fine. The only reason I'm prickly about politics sometimes is because sometimes people get very overheated about it, and then they basically derail the whole chat. And you didn't, Snowy. No one did that tonight. It's fine. Tonight was good. Tonight was a good night. Ready to say goodbye to 2025, hopefully 2026. Never make a resolution. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Eric. Don't make resolutions. You know, if you need the change of a calendar to tell you how to live your life, bad call. Don't do that. Make a resolution, you know, in June. Be a trendsetter. May everyone have a good night. Stay safe, and I'll see you around. Yes. So 1 minute left by my count here, and then, yeah, well, I will wrap things up for the night. Games Politics is never fun online. Yeah, I don't. My view is, You believe what you want to believe. I believe what I want to believe. As long as we're not harming anyone, whatever. Like, I'm here to play games. I'm not here to have a discussion about, the meaning of life. But yeah, have a good night, Nukem. The only resolution you should have. Yeah, exactly. Doom in 320 or double resolution. That's better. That is better. Can't wait for the aliens. But yeah, in terms of streaming, I will be streaming again, probably on Saturday. Probably on Saturday. I don't know. I do want to get into a more consistent pattern with the streaming. So according to my thing, it's going to be 10 seconds in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year if you celebrate it on the East Coast of the United States. Welcome to 2026. Did the aliens find you? They told us not to tell you about that. But yeah, the meaning of life's whatever you want it to be. Exactly. But yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh my God. My birthday is not for a few weeks yet. I mean, Happy New Year. Yeah, no, but if you have yet to celebrate New Year's, have a good one. Celebrate it. Don't celebrate it. Do what makes you comfortable. Don't just do it to make other people happy. Have a good one, and I will catch you around probably on Saturday. But if not, there'll be another night stream. So yeah, have a happy New Year, everyone.